Hey everyone, this is Rabnew's Blog, and welcome to my reaction video series. Today's reaction video is going to be on my reaction to Marvel's newest movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. And this video was requested to me by Spyro Effect 17, and you can check out the link to his channel in the description box below. So, recently we heard that Marvel's planning on making a new movie for Spider-Man called Spider-Man Homecoming, and it's supposed to take place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And even though we don't really have a lot of details on this movie yet, for what they're saying so far, according to this Wikipedia site, it says Spider-Man Homecoming is a 2017 superhero film based on the Marvel Comics superhero Spider-Man. It will be a reboot of the Spider-Man franchise and the 16th installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, while also being the 4th installment of Phase 3. So, that's pretty much the information we got about Spider-Man Homecoming. It's basically a reboot of the Spider-Man universe since now Sony doesn't Sony's like making a deal with Marvel about letting them share Spider-Man. So it'd be interesting to see what Marvel's gonna do with Spider-Man and how they're gonna handle this reboot. So what would I like to see in Spider-Man Homecoming? Well, I don't know if I want this to be another like another origin story, because we already got Spider-Man's origins tale like told a million times already, even though this is a different universe from the Sony universe. So I wonder if Marvel's gonna make this an origins film, or if it's just gonna take place after Civil War, because at this point Spider-Man's already a part of the Avengers, or he's already involved in the Avengers universe as of Civil War. So having to do like an origin story at this phase, I don't think would be a good idea right now, because Spider-Man's already introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So what's left is to make his own movie, and I guess what this movie is going to be about is like it's going to talk about the events of Civil War, since Spider-Man made his first appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe through the Civil War. So I think that's what this movie is probably going to be about. It's going to focus on Spider-Man, and then you know, the fallout of the Civil War, the Civil War movie, and maybe have Spider-Man get his own rogues gallery. So if that happens, some villains I like to see show up in Spider-Man would be Doctor Octopus, or Doc Ock. I would like to see him come back again. Maybe Norman Osborn would probably be the best first villain for Spider-Man, because you know, Norman Osborn was one of Spider-Man's first few villains, I think. It could be another person, but you know, Norman Osborn would be a good villain to start with. I think so. Maybe they can introduce Harry Osborn to all this. I don't know if they're going to introduce Harry Osborn in this movie or not. All I know is some rumors said Iron Man is going to be in this film, but I'll talk more about Spider-Man's crossover with the Avengers in this universe in a sec. But as far as Spider-Man characters go, you know, I think Norman Osborn would be a good first villain for Spider-Man in this universe, because, you know, he's like, maybe you could introduce Harry Osborn, Spider-Man's best friend at the time, into this universe. So Norman Osborn would be a good fit if they're going to introduce Harry Osborn into this universe. And then after Norman Osborn, they can introduce Doc Ock. They can introduce Doc Ock, or they can introduce Venom. Now, Venom is like the one character I really want to see, because I think the Sony movie didn't do Venom justice. So hopefully, if Marvel gets farther into the Spider-Man universe with their movies, maybe have them introduce Venom at some time. I wouldn't want them to introduce Venom so early in the game. You know, Spider-Man just came into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I would want to save Venom to last or something like that. But Norman Osborn would be a pretty good first villain for Spider-Man, and I think he should be in this film. Again, I don't know what the plot of this film is going to be all about, because Marvel hasn't really given out a plot yet. All I know is that this movie is going to come out 2017, and it's supposed to be a reboot of Spider-Man, since you know, we already had Sony done origin tales for Spider-Man a million times already. So I wouldn't want this film to be an origin film, and I don't think it can be anyway at this point in time, since Spider-Man's already introduced into the Avengers. And speaking of the Avengers, I don't know if Spider-Man's going to be a part of the Avengers. I haven't watched Civil War yet as of this video, but maybe since they said Iron Man is going to be in this film, it makes me wonder what kind of relationship Spider-Man is going to have with Iron Man in this film. How is Iron Man going to contribute to this plot line of this movie, or with Spider-Man in general? So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Iron Man in this film. And how Spider-Man's going to react to Iron Man. Are they going to make Spider-Man join the Avengers like in the comics, or keep him a separate superhero? So I'd be interested to see what they're going to do with Spider-Man in this particular film. And again, I haven't watched Civil War as of this video, so maybe there's some more plot lines that I haven't really talked about that happened in Civil War that could happen in this film. All I know is this is supposed to take place after Civil War, so I am interested to see this movie, actually. I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite characters, and I'm glad that he's finally getting introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I like to see how Marvel's going to handle Spider-Man. Hopefully, they're going to make him to a good character. I've been enjoying most of Marvel's movies so far, so I don't think I'll be that disappointed with how Marvel treats Spider-Man. So I'm really excited for this film, for Spider-Man Homecoming, and I like to see what Marvel's going to do with Spider-Man. How he's going to fit himself in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how he's going to fit himself with the Avengers. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with all that. So what are your thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming? Are you really excited for this film? And what would you like to see happen in this film? Please feel free to comment below, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter so I can keep you updated any new videos I post up. And also, like my Facebook page, Rabbit Ears Blog's Best Comments. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit Ears Blog, and I'll see you later.